Welcome to Explicit Expression, where it's facts over feelings. My name is Adam, and I'm going to tell you how it is, and I don't care how you feel about it. Let's go.
This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com get you one of these communist shirts, because Kamala Harris is a communist and we all know she's a communist. I don't even know why the Democrats put this woman up there. You can tell that their whole platform is rigged. They literally plug and play whoever they want, and then they try to rig it on the back end. That's exactly what they do. The most unpopular vice president in United States history, one of the most unpopular presidential candidates when she was trying to run for office in United States history, Tulsi Gabbard, knocked her out of the race easy. So we know what it is. Get you a shirt, link in here, discount to be here. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies. I have to play this video. This is one of the, it's very good when you hear somebody very clean, like I would say clear-headed, give a clear articulation of what's really going on and why a person should support Donald Trump. And this guy did a great job. I couldn't have done it any better. It seemed like people in their cars just have this special talent to just keep it 100 and
He's been watching a lot of videos with people in their car, so that's why he says that. And they've been speaking sense. I fuck Offensive Tatum. Y'all need to go follow his channel, subscribe. He's pretty good. I fuck with what he got to say.
And be well thought out. This guy right here proves beyond a reasonable doubt why people should vote for Donald Trump. Democrats cannot make a video like this and articulate very clearly why somebody should vote for a Democrat over Donald Trump. Roll the clip.
Why are you voting for Trump?
All right, young lady, I'll be happy to answer that for you as somebody that is a former Democrat. I'm a two-time bone cancer survivor. I voted for Obama Biden in 2008 based on Obamacare. And then when Obamacare was implemented, I promptly lost my insurance. I could not keep my plan.
That is so true. A lot of fucking people said that they lost their insurance because of that shit.
I could not keep my doctor. That put me in a tailspin of losing insurance. And then on top of that, I got penalized for not having insurance.
That is so true also. And that's what they don't talk about. That's what they don't tell people. A lot of people got penalized for not having Obamacare. I remember that I think I got hit for that shit too. I think I had insurance through my job. Yeah, I don't think they tried to say that because I didn't have it, they were going to penalize me until they seen what was filing taxes, until they seen that I actually had insurance with my job. So yeah, this is true.
That I could no longer afford. Now that was pre-Donald Trump political career. That had nothing to do with Donald Trump. That had to do with the Democratic Party leaving me behind, even though I voted for them. Now come along to 2016. Donald Trump campaigns on getting rid of the penalty for no insurance. And he did that. Helped my family out and me specifically. Then he campaigned on tax cuts. He did that. I got a tax cut. My employer got a tax cut. My employer then gave all 200,000 plus employees raises.
And that's what simple-minded people don't fucking understand. When you give tax breaks to rich, wealthy companies or corporations or people who have these businesses, right? It trickles down and helps the people below. Because I explained this in my last video. If you have a company and the government is taxing the shit out of you on the back end, right? You're going to have to find a way to make the profit somewhere. And guess who has to pay more so you can make that profit? The consumers, the people who are buying this shit, because they're going to increase the prices on those things. And we're going to have to pay for it because we need the shit, right? Now, he's saying that when Donald Trump did that tax cut, it helped the company so much. They were making so much money, right? They were able to take that money and give people raises because they were making so much money.
Because the tax burden on them was less. Now, ironically enough, that
common
company was
sense.
Costco, a very liberal company that backed Hillary Clinton in the election. Not only did they give all employees raises, which mine was $3 an hour back in 2018, they raised the minimum wage from $12 an hour to $15 an hour because they specifically said the tax breaks. Donald Trump delivered on that. And there wasn't a single Democrat that voted for you and I to have more of our own money we earn. One of the people that cast a vote no was a senator from California named Kamala Harris. We did not get into any new
So she voted no on that bill to remove for them to give the tax breaks to the corporation and these companies. She voted no for it.
conflicts. Our president set foot in North Korea. I don't know if you know how big that is. But the one thing I want to ask you is this. You look young, which means you're probably still on your mom and dad's insurance. So you've never had to face that dilemma as a parent or as an adult. Also, you probably don't own a home. And if you don't know the difference between a sub 3% mortgage rate versus a nearly 8% mortgage rate under Biden, then you simply don't understand why anybody could ever vote for Donald Trump. To me, since I know how all that works, my bigger question is, why on earth would anybody vote for Kamala Harris?
Because they don't know.
Because she's sitting
worry
there
about
saying
their
no
emotions.
tax on tips, but yet in 2023,
They worry about how they
her
feel.
and Biden passed a bill, and she was the deciding vote to make this a bill where you had a new way of reporting taxes on tips, and they also were going to hire 87,000 new IRS agents to audit us. Now she's saying this, just like she said she's going to protect women's new IRS agents to audit us to make sure the government got more of a deciding vote to make this a bill where you had a new way of reporting taxes on tips.
Now all of a sudden she's for no taxes on tips if they voted on the bill. And this is what I keep fucking saying, bro. These people keep saying whatever the hell they want to say, but behind closed doors, they're putting laws in effect for complete opposite of what they're saying that they want to do. You can't be that dumb to not look behind and see what's going on.
And they also were going to hire 87,000 new IRS agents to audit us to make sure the government got more of our money. Now she's saying this, just like she said she's going to protect women's reproductive rights, which got turned over under her and Biden. They could have codified it. They didn't. That's why I'm voting for Donald Trump, because he has a history of doing what he says versus Kamala Harris having a history of saying shit and not do anything about it. That's why I'm voting for Donald Trump. Of doing what he says versus Kamala Harris having a history of saying shit and not do anything about it. That's why I'm voting for Donald Trump, because of the history we have to look back on. A good economy, good job growth. America was doing great before pre-COVID. Now COVID would have ruined any president. I don't understand why anybody would vote for Kamala Harris. Can you answer that one for me?
You and I, brother, are
I've been on YouTube. I've been on so many channels, TikTok, everywhere. None of them know why they're voting for her. Nobody can give an explanation like you just did on why they're voting for her. If you ask them, we need a black woman in office. It's about time. We need a black person in office. We need a woman in office. She's a woman, so I'm voting for her. Like, bro, there's no concrete reason of why they're voting for her. That's the only reason. And the shit is fucking crazy to me, bro. To just vote for somebody because of that. What about everything else that's going on? What about your life? What about the policies that are being put in place to affect your life, to affect your pocket? What about that?
on the same page. Two brothers from another mother. And I don't know how anybody can argue with that. Can you argue with it? Can find a liberal and send this video to him and say, come up with a rebuttal argument. How can you say that what he's saying isn't 100% accurate and doesn't benefit most Americans? I remember when he said that, it made me remember when Barack Obama.
I mean, they can't argue with that because they don't have nothing to argue with. It's all about how they feel. You know, it's really just all about how they feel. It's nothing they can say to argue with that. It's fucking crazy. And for people to just not really think about how these things are gonna affect their life, and they just worry about, oh, we need a woman in office, or we need a black person in office. It's fucking crazy to me. I don't get it. Hey, but you reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come for you. Yeah, remember that.